I feel like I haven't vlogged in forever, which isn't true because I honestly tried to vlog a couple times throughout the last few weeks and it just was not working for me. I told you guys, I think in my last vlog, that I felt like I was getting sick again, and I ended up getting what I think was a sinus infection. And so I've kind of just been laying low the last 2 weeks. I still had to work a lot, and I've also been having to travel quite a bit, which has delayed the recovery slightly, I think. And I just was at a point where I was like, anything that doesn't need to happen right now can wait until I'm better. So frustrating because usually I am pretty quick about getting over things like this, and it'll last a few days and then my body will just like bounce back. And this time was not like that. I feel like I've been taking everything under the sun that I could be taking to get better. Not like medication wise, but just been taking some supplements. I've been sleeping like 9 hours every night, which I don't usually do. I feel like I sleep more like 7 hours every night. Yeah, you guys haven't really missed much. I've just been working and resting when I don't have to work. So I'm excited to be vlogging again this week. I do have another work trip that starts tomorrow, but it's just like a 24-hour thing. I will take you guys along though. It's just my regular client in Milwaukee. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. I'm actually freezing, so I'm gonna put on this little shrug. I had a gray t-shirt on this morning. You guys might have seen it when I was making my smoothie, but I actually spilled some of my smoothie on it, so I changed into this white one. I've been loving these. They're from Aritzia. I'm usually not a big t-shirt girl. I don't really know why, but I've just never really been a t-shirt person, but I found these and they're so comfy. They come in different lengths, so they have like the regular length, they have a cropped version, and they also have like a in-between version, which is called their waist tee, and it's my favorite one. I feel like it just cuts at such a flattering place, and yeah, I love them. I'll link them for you guys in case you're interested. Yeah, I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna get ready to go run some errands. It's super gloomy. It's been like this for 5 days now, which is not ideal. But it should be getting really warm towards the weekend again, so we'll just wait for that. While I'm here, I guess I could walk you guys through the supplements I've been taking. It's funny because I don't usually take supplements. I've taken like a probiotic on and off over the years, but I haven't been consistently taking supplements in a really long time. I just felt like I was always getting everything I needed through food. And for the most part, I think I do. But just with the way that I've been feeling and traveling a lot and stuff, I figured I would get some things to kind of give myself a little help. I did do a lot of research on this stuff before I went out and bought it. But I've also had some advice from friends who are more like in the functional medicine world. My friend Laura gave me some tips. My friend Marina gave me some tips as well, so I'll show you guys the stuff that I bought, and yeah, take it or leave it. I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do. I'm just sharing what I'm doing to kind of help myself out. The first thing that I got is this throat spray. It's Echinacea Golden Seal Propolis, and you just spray this in the back of your throat 3 times a day. And yeah, it's supposed to be really good for you. Echinacea in general is supposed to be good. So I've also been drinking this tea every night. This one has elderberry in it too, which is another really good ingredient. Yeah, it tastes good. I usually have a ginger tea every night, so I've just replaced it with this for now. I'm not going to drink this forever, but I'll probably finish off the box and then go back to my ginger tea. Then the 2 other things I've been taking is vitamin C, just for an extra boost. I feel like that can always help, and then I've also been taking zinc. And then I did order another supplement that hasn't arrived yet. I think it's actually downstairs, but it got delivered really late yesterday, so I don't have it yet. But I also ordered this supplement called turkey tail mushroom, and again, it's supposed to be really good for your immune system and also for healthy gut bacteria, which something that I learned from Laura is that 70 to 80% of your immunity is actually in your gut. So when you're sick, one of the best things you can do is feed your gut with good bacteria. Bone broth is supposed to be really good. You're also supposed to avoid dairy when you're sick because it just creates more mucus, and I actually read that sometimes when you're sick your stomach can't digest dairy properly because it doesn't make the enzymes when you're under the weather. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm taking right now. I'm not going to take this forever, obviously. I'll probably just continue taking it for a little while until I feel better. The vitamin C I will probably stop sooner than the other ones just because I don't know if I need that much vitamin C every day, but yeah, just thought I would share. Okay, just got home. I met up with Britt after running my errands and we had lunch. We went to Sugarfish, which is Japanese sushi spot. It was amazing. I've only ever ordered in from there, so I've never been to their restaurant and had that experience, but it was so nice and everything was just such good quality. Highly recommend. And then actually we've been trying to meet up for weeks because she ordered these hangers, but she ordered like 100 of them, and obviously she didn't need 100, so she gave me 25 of them. But I just didn't have time to pick them up, so I got them from her today. The closet's pretty full, but we just don't have enough hangers for the amount of clothes that are in there, especially now that there's pretty much 2 people having both of their clothes in the closet. So I'm gonna probably reorganize everything a little bit later, but what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna bake cookies because I'm going to Cindy's place later and I wanted to just bake something fun for the girls. They're not gonna be a healthy cookie by any means. I'm just gonna make like a simple snickerdoodle cookie. I've made them for Avery a couple times and he really loves them, and they're just super easy and quick to make but still fun. So I think I'm going to show you guys how I make those right now, and then what time is it? I have a call in an hour, so it'll be like the perfect thing to make, and then they can bake and cool while I'm on my call. Okay, so I just made a critical error in my baking. I have everything here dry and wet. Basically what happened is I checked to make sure that I have enough butter and flour to make the recipe, and it turns out I didn't have enough of both to make the full original size recipe, but I haven't had enough to cut it in half basically. So I started doing that. I got all my dry stuff in a bowl, and then in my haste I put the full amount of baking powder and baking soda into the flour mixture. So now I think I just screwed up the whole thing, but it's too late to go back now because I literally have everything out already. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, this is probably not even gonna turn out, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm gonna have to, it's gonna get thrown out whether it's good or not. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Okay, so this is what I'm working with right now. This is the dough, and this is what I'm gonna coat the balls of dough with. This is just a mixture of cinnamon and brown sugar. I still have to mix it together. And yeah, I normally would use just regular cane sugar or crystallized sugar for the outside of the cookie, but I ran out, which is happening to be the theme of today's baking, but coconut sugar will do. It'll just be a little bit darker on the outside. See how many cookies you can get out of this recipe, and this is only half of the actual recipe, and there's still a little bit of dough left in the bowl. So just a fair warning, if you guys try it, just keep in mind that you're gonna make a lot of cookies, but they look so good. I really hope they turn out despite my mistakes. Okay guys, I am shocked to tell you this, but they actually taste really good. And they turned out just like they always do, so I'm very happy about that. They look a little funny, and they're a little bit flatter than they usually are. But they taste good, so that's all that matters. I'm just talking to you guys without having the camera on. I'm not gonna bring my camera because I think we're just gonna wanna chill and catch up with each other. But I'll get some clips of the food and everything on my phone, and I'll see you guys in the morning. So this is all the laundry from yesterday that I forgot to fold, which I'd forgotten about last night when I left for dinner, and then I came home and I realized that I hadn't folded any of it. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm also washing the sheets before I fly out later today. So let's tackle this. Just got dressed for a little workout. I'm gonna go downstairs and do just a simple 12-3-30 cardio workout. I did my first Pilates workout this past weekend. I hadn't worked out in like 2.5 weeks or something, and it felt so good. It actually cleared up my sinuses a lot after. And so I think it'll be a good idea for me to do a little cardio workout before my flight. And then I'm gonna take a hot shower, and I'm just gonna feel like all clear and ready to travel. I was supposed to have avocado toast with an egg on top, but unfortunately my avocado went bad. So this is what I'm gonna have for breakfast. And I'm also gonna have a little side of green juice. So I was already planning on bringing dinner with me for tonight because I get in a little later than I normally do when I go to Milwaukee. I don't think I'm gonna get to the hotel until like 10 p.m., which is totally fine, but usually what happens is I get there around 5:30, settle into the hotel, and then I order dinner. But yeah, because I'm getting in a lot later, I figured I would just bring it to the airport, eat it there, and then by the time I get to the hotel, I'm gonna wanna go to sleep. So I was already planning on doing that, and then I realized I had a ton of vegetables still left. I had like 2 zucchinis and a whole thing of tomatoes. So I'm roasting the zucchinis right now. I already sauteed the tomatoes too. I'm just gonna leave them there for now, and then I can make like a little rice bowl for lunch. And yeah, that way I don't have to buy expensive food at the airport or have dinner really late tonight. I do feel like LaGuardia is definitely getting better with their options. LaGuardia Airport's super nice now, by the way. For those of you who haven't been in a few years, they've done so many updates, and yeah, they have a lot of good food options now. But I think for me, if I'm there often, I just can't justify myself spending that much money on travel food when I know that I could bring something from home if I just put in the extra effort, you know? So yeah, I try and do that when I can, but obviously if I can't, then I don't stress about it. Anyway, I need to make my bed, and then I should probably start packing my bag because I haven't done that yet. But because I was there last week, I still have everything kind of tucked away in my travel drawer. I have this drawer in my nightstand over there where I just keep all of my travel size stuff, and it just never really changes. So I'm gonna have that bag packed pretty quick. My puffer jacket because usually it's colder in Milwaukee than it is in New York, but it looks like it's actually gonna be warmer there tomorrow than it is here. So I think I'm gonna bring my denim jacket instead. Today I'm just gonna wear my Aloe jogger set, the one that I always wear when I'm traveling. Speaking of, I just did my first ever partnership with Aloe on Instagram. I'm so excited about it. It was actually kind of a milestone for me. So if you guys didn't see the reel that I posted, you should go check it out. I posted on TikTok too. But yeah, I'm gonna wear that today, and then tomorrow I'm just gonna wear my black trouser pants. These are one of the best purchases I've ever made, honestly. They're not only just super comfortable and also versatile because you look put together but you're still comfy, but they're also amazing for travel because you can roll them up in a ball and they don't crease or wrinkle or anything. I'm gonna bring these for tomorrow, and then I'm just gonna wear like a simple t-shirt or a long sleeve depending on what I'm feeling. So yeah, then I just have my toiletries and that's it. Maybe a t-shirt for sleeping, but really try not to bring too much on trips like this because I'm just gone for 24 hours basically. I just throw everything in this tote and that's it. Here's my lunch. It's definitely not the most exciting or gourmet meal I've ever made, but it works. I put some feta cheese on the vegetables and I also squeezed a little bit of lemon juice over it for some extra flavor. Quick little room tour because I have stayed here before, so some of you guys might recognize this room. This is the bathroom, and then this is the sleeping area. Flight was super smooth. We actually left early, so also arrived early in Milwaukee, which was great. Definitely feeling tired right now, but I also am just probably gonna go straight to bed in 10 minutes when I'm done doing my skincare. I do need to wash my hair before tomorrow, but I think I might wait till the morning. Because if I sleep on it right now, it's gonna get so curly and frizzy. And then she's gonna have to blow dry it tomorrow when it's already dry. So I'm thinking it might be easier if I just wash it in the morning. So we're just gonna do some skincare and then we're gonna go to bed. I basically brought all my stuff that I always bring, my little travel size stuff. I've been using this every single day. I just was not in the mood to do my skincare. By the end of the day I would be so tired, especially when you're sick, you just don't have the energy to do any of that. So all I did every night was put on this skin food cream. And I feel like my skin is better than ever right now. I'm not doing any crazy products. I'm not even exfoliating really. No retinol. And my skin is fine and glowing. I'm like, do I even need all this stuff? Do we really just need simple hydrating products? And that's it? I also know you're not supposed to do this, but I don't really have any makeup on and it feels like a waste to use my good makeup remover. I only have a little bit left, so I'm just gonna use one of these tonight. And then I'll cleanse my face in the sink. We had this guy on the plane, and I normally hate complaining about other people, but it was one of those situations where I just do not get how people are so not self-aware sometimes. This guy was, I think he was traveling with a colleague, and they were sitting next to each other, and he was sitting in the same row as me, but on the other side. We were in a pretty small plane. But this guy literally wouldn't shut up the whole flight. First of all, I don't even know how people talk that much. I think I would run out of things to say. But secondly, he just was so loud when he was talking, and I personally think that there's sort of this etiquette when you're traveling in public, whether you're on a plane or on a bus or on a train. People just know that you kind of just keep your mouth shut. Right? I don't know, maybe this is just me, but man, he was just really one of those guys where you're like, what is up? I have to tell you guys about this book that I started reading. I already shared it on my TikTok actually, but I know a lot of you guys aren't on the app or just on YouTube, so I'll tell you guys about it here too. But I rented The Psychology of Money from the library and I'm reading it on my Kindle. I think finances are super interesting and I'm always wanting to learn more, and I also think that I was saying this in my TikTok, that I want to better my relationship with money. Not that I have bad spending habits, but I think sometimes I can be on the opposite end actually, where my mindset towards it isn't always the most abundant, and so that's something that I'm trying to work on. And so I have had this book on my list. I was like, this book will probably give me some insight, and it's actually way more generalized, but in a good way. And I honestly think it's a book that everybody could benefit from, because there's all these tidbits of information related to finances and related to money that are so easy to understand, but we do not think of on a regular basis. I also think a lot of the topics that are talked about in this book are things that we all know and recognize, but we don't connect them to having anything to do with, you know, our psychology or our ego, for example. And so, yeah, I've really been enjoying this book more than I even thought I would. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a new book, or you want to learn a little bit more about money and the psychology behind it, because what I'm now learning from this book is that honestly money is way more psychological than it is logical, which is interesting, and that's not how it's taught to any of us really. Then you should definitely pick it up. Such an idiot. I just put on my moisturizer and I still want to take a body shower. So I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna shower quickly and then I'm gonna head to bed, and I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm trying to find something that I can use as a tripod. I'm using the box where all the coffee and tea accessories are in. I think this is the best I can do. I just took a shower and I'm getting ready to leave. I have to get out of here in like 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna do a very quick skincare. I slept so well last night. I was really hoping I would just sleep straight through the night because it's gonna be a pretty long day. I'm not gonna get home until around midnight tonight because I have a layover, unfortunately. Last week when I was here, I actually tried to get on an earlier flight, which was a direct to LaGuardia. But unfortunately, when you have a layover and you want to get on a direct flight, they charge you. So they were gonna charge me like 150 bucks to change on that flight. And I was just like, is it worth 150 bucks for me to get home 2 hours early? Not really. If I have work the next day, maybe, then I would consider it if I had a really important job or something, but I don't have to do anything crazy tomorrow. I will say, when you're loyal to an airline, I'm loyal to Delta, for example. I have the credit card and then I also have status with them. It just makes flying so much more enjoyable and so much easier, because now when I travel for work, my agency will try their best to get me on a Delta flight, which most of the time works out. Sometimes it doesn't work because clients will have a certain budget and the flights will be outside of that budget, or they'll be a little bit more expensive. Especially Delta flights can be more expensive, but it does really pay off once you get to a certain point, because you get the status, and then the status will give you things like priority when you're going through security. So yesterday there was a huge line at the airport. It probably would have taken me 45 minutes to get through security, and because I had the Sky Priority, I was able to just go straight through security and to the gate. It would have been fine either way because I was there early, but for someone like me who can't get TSA pre-check or clear, those are all options dedicated to American people. Having something like this is really nice, especially when you are flying this airline, because you can kind of just take your time getting to the airport. You don't have to get there 2 hours early every time because you're worried that there's going to be a crazy line or something like that. So it's something that I'm really happy I did, and I think it's worth for everybody to kind of look into what works best for them. It all kind of just started 2 years ago. I haven't really been doing it for that long. And I also think having the credit card really helps because you're basically making miles on everything you buy that you would already be purchasing, you know? So, yeah, that's just something that makes travel a lot easier, more smooth. Just made it to Detroit for my layover. Got a tea at Starbucks, and now I have about 20 minutes till I board my final flight. So it's pretty chill. It's honestly not as bad as it sounds when you have a layover to New York because the flights are just so quick. But today was a busy day at work. I tried to vlog as much as I could, but I honestly have no idea how much I got. So I'm gonna have to see tomorrow when I edit this, but I hope you guys enjoyed coming to work with me today and just enjoyed the vlog in general, getting back to my normal daily things. A lot of people coming downstairs. Anyway, I'm gonna end off the vlog here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys in the next video, which I'm actually going to be starting tomorrow. I love you guys, and thank you for being patient with me and just always being the best. Okay, bye.